going to show you how to assemble a standard height appliance housing. Also, the different hole positions you require when fitting an oven, from 600, 900 or 1000 mil heights. It is always advisable to assemble your unit on a piece of cardboard. This protects the side panel and the front edge of the unit when you're moving it around. Please read the assembly guide because there is a lot of information on here that will be helpful when assembling your unit. On the front of the assembly guide, it tells you what panels you have in the box, what hardware is required and the minimum tools required to get the job done. I've put the grooves together to give me a right and a left hand panel. You can tell which is which because this panel here has extra holes in the bottom in case you're putting two drawers in your appliance housing. If I'm putting a 600 mil oven in this housing, I will use this set of holes here and this set of holes here. That is for a 600 mil oven. If I'm then putting a 900 mil oven in, I will use this set of holes and this set of holes. That is for a 900 mil oven. And if you have a 1000 mil oven, you will be using the bottom set of holes here and this top set of holes here. That is for a 1000 mil oven. You have two packs for this unit. You have the end panel pack, which consists of the two ends and the back panels. And in your second box, you have all your shelves and tops and bases. We also include two extra panels here, which are 8 mil thick, to use as packing pieces if you require it. This is to be used if you need to raise your oven up slightly. You have two oven rails. I'll explain how these are used in a minute. You have two back rails with the fittings pre-inserted. So you have your cam and your plastic and metal dowel. You have two fixed shelves, this one and this one. The last two panels are the top and bottom. Again, with the fittings pre-inserted. First things first, I'm going to put the top panel in, insert it into the holes, knock it down and tighten the cams as you go, like this. Then go down to the base, in the same way, keeping the groove to the groove. I'm going to be putting the shelves at the spacing for a 600 mil oven. So I put my fixed shelf in here, making sure that the cams are towards the bottom of the unit. So I then tighten that up here. Then I put the second fixed shelf in at the position for the 600 mil oven, which is here, and again tighten the cams up. I now take my oven support rails and I put them in here like this, keeping it towards the back of the unit so it's flush with the groove here. And this pack contains everything you need to complete your unit, including the screws that you use for your oven support rail. Put the screw in and tighten it up. Don't over tighten the screws because it could pull the chipboard out. I'm going to be fitting the rails next, and they go at the back of the unit here. One at this end, tightening up, and one at the other end. Before I put my second end panel on, I'm going to slide my back panels in. If you're fitting a 900 mil or a 1000 mil oven, it may be required to cut the back panels down. Then you put your last side panel on. You can do this on your own, but it is sometimes easier if you have help to do it. Tightening all the cams up. At this point, I'm going to turn the unit onto this side so I can fit the last oven support rail. Pushing the oven support rail into the unit till it touches the back panel, and then using the screws, fix it down. Okay, the last thing to do before we stand the unit up is just to turn it onto its front edge so we can fix the back panels. Like so. We then make sure the back panels are tight into their grooves. Drill two holes. Drill the holes roughly a hand's width from the edge of your unit. and then using the 15mm screws provided, fix your back panels into position. Before we stand the unit up, we have to put the feet on. Once the leg boss has been inserted into the holes and you fitted the 3 screws required, when you actually fit your leg into the leg boss, this lug here expands this plastic, locking the leg securely into position. You insert your leg, making sure that the edge here is parallel to this edge here. Then drilling a hole, 1, 2, 3. You then insert the 3 15mm screws. Don't over tighten them. You take your leg, which has been preset on a stop to 150mm, which is the height of your plinth. Make sure it's screwed down to that stop like that. And then when you insert your leg into the hole, this lug will expand that plastic, as I said, keeping it very secure. And then tapping it down gently, making sure that it's secure. The plinth clip consists of 2 parts. This part is screwed to your plinth when ready, and then you slide this part on like that. It is recommended that you put the clip onto your leg for safekeeping. When you stand this unit up, it is best to have 2 people because it is very heavy. When standing this unit up, you must be very careful not to break the legs off. There are 2 adjustable shelves in this unit, and to fix them you use the plastic and metal shelf supports. When the shelf is engaged, it pulls the metal lug out, expanding the plastic, locking it very tightly into position. So I put my shelf supports in here. We then fix the shelf in. It goes in a slight angle, drop it down and tap it down onto the shelf supports. That means the shelf is securely fixed, it won't pull forward and it won't lift up very easily. The last is to fix the bottom one, which could go in at any height. I'm going to put mine in at this height here. And that's the oven housing completed. As I said, that's for a 600mm appliance. You can put a 900 and 1000mm appliance in this unit.